Thank you. Yeah, we've got more than one from New Jersey, right? It's good to be with you. Staffing shortages are plaguing the vast majority of industries in our country right now, especially aviation. And you know this is what we've been talking about all morning. It's why it's essential that the measures in the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2024 are carried out to the fullest extent of the law, to provide the necessary and appropriate staffing levels to keep American travelers safe. It's great we have it in the law, but we also have to enforce the law. I'm excited that my proposed amendment to make the FAA Technical Center permanent and more specifically dedicated to advanced aerospace has been enshrined into law as well. I want to thank Chairman Graves, Ranking Member Larson, and the full committee, Chairman Graves and Ranking Member Cohen on the Aviation Subcommittee for their hard work to put this reauthorization together in general. It was a pleasure working with all of them and all of you. The newly named FAA Technical Center for Advanced Aerospace will be a permanent fixture in the southern New Jersey community, providing a steady stream of jobs and opportunity for technical advancement aimed at bettering the safety and the capabilities of air travel. By streamlining and optimizing the FAA's organizational structure to facilitate as much technological advancement as we possibly can, the American aviation industry won't only be able to compete with China, they will be able to supersede China, and they will remain the gold standard for advanced aerospace development and practice. Now that the FAA reauthorization has been signed into law, as I said, and I'll probably say over and over again, it has to be enforced. As a side note here, not really a side note, something I think of interest. During a recent visit to the Atlantic City airport, I discovered that the flight control tower, I was amazed at this, that they still used floppy disks. Floppy disks. They've been done for a quarter of a century. They use them for their IDS-4 systems. It's a piece of technology, it's actually from 1994, we researched it. It's responsible for tracking and all reference information for flight patterns, weather conditions, and other items integral to air traffic control. Floppy disks. They haven't been used for a long time, and they're obsolete. And thank God the Tech Center is planning to roll out an updated system to replace this technology in FY25. But this is not just happening at the Atlantic City airport. It's happening across the country. This technology is still used across the country. It's obsolete. It's obsolete technology. It also greatly exacerbates workforce issues. It takes hundreds of thousands of hours to update the information in the IDS-4 system, which requires pulling personnel from other departments that are already facing these significant staff shortages. How can places like the FAA control towers be behind the times so much technologically? Who wants to answer that question?
I'm all ready to jump in here, so thank you.
You were ready, I could tell.
I'm ready.
Body language.
Let's go with this one. Thank you for that. Look, it takes the FAA many years to implement new systems. They have waterfalls, the process that they have to determine they need a new system and give to the program management organization to build a contract and send it out to a contractor, and it takes 6 or 7 years to put out one system across 400 airports in the country is antiquated. We have a workforce out there that in technical operations, if properly staffed, properly trained, can implement multiple systems at multiple times, and you're not sitting around waiting for this to get done and continue to be funded while there are dozens and dozens of programs that are running, implementing a variety of different systems. If we begin to implement systems using the operational workforce that we have that are the best at doing this at every airport, we wind up getting way out in front of this in 10 years from now.
Are these internal actions that take place? Does this require, this doesn't require legislation, right? I mean, this is something.
Well, it would require staffing and funding, and you do have a bit of a fine line here, a bright line between implementation money and operations money that the FAA has to figure out how to manage. But at the same time, that's the solution to the problem. Use the thousands of employees we have across the country to not only staff them well enough so that they can do this work and that work. We can walk and chew gum, just give us the opportunity.
So I would look forward to, and I'll close with this, I have other questions, but I'll submit them for the record. I would look forward to working with you all on that, and I know there are other members here who would as well, if we really do want to be on the cutting edge. I mean, it's not like we were a little behind there, you know, and I'm not being critical of anybody. I love the FAA. I know the people that work there well, supportive. It's just that's not fair to them. It's not fair to the United States of America. It's not fair to the air industry. It just isn't a good thing. So I'd love to work on that. Please get in contact with my office and my people, and I know there's other folks as well. With that, Chairman, I yield back.